Now, before the Eagles went and took their big fat jet airliner on the road to go visit Minnesota, Dallas, and Buffalo, there were some kinks that I wanted to see the Eagles get fixed. And they did the things that I wanted them to do. I wanted to see the Eagles get off to a 14-point lead at halftime. I wanted to see them up by at least 2 scores. They did that. They were up 21-0. I wanted to see them score some points in the first quarter. They were up 14-0. I wanted to see the defense get a stand on the opposing offense's opening possession because in 3 of the first 4 games, defense yielded a touchdown and the other one a field goal. So in this one, BG, his first of his 3 sacks, Eagles get 10 in all. And that's what happened on the Jets' opening drive. So it was 14-0 in a blink, and this really wasn't much of a football game. So let's take a look at the notebook. This is by far going to be the shortest notebook of the Eagles games that I'm probably going to have this season. We'll see how bad this Dolphins game goes. But let's put the final here. Let's put a bow on it. So it was 31-6, exactly the score that I predicted pregame. And this was not a football game for the faint of heart. But I was there live, and I enjoyed myself, and that's okay. And I got free cheesecake, and that's all that matters. All right. So it was 94-53 in my play-by-play scoring. Eagles had 10 sacks in all. This game really wasn't ever close. Eagles jumped out here. You can see it was 29-5, and it was over. So the Eagles had 3 straight 3-and-outs at one point, and I'll get into that in the video and the highlights because I know that was a big talking point for people. And, sure, it's like, yeah, I wanted to see the offense play a little bit better, but I'm going to get into why I think they were a little bit safer than what they would normally be. All right, so let's get into the highlights. This is week 5. This is Eagles and Jets. Not going to be a long one. Not going to be a 30 to 40-minute notebook monstrosity like prior weeks. We'll see if I can get it to 15, though. Okay, so we're just going to go from basically start to almost finish. I think I'm going to take this to about the midway point of the fourth quarter. I didn't keep scoring for all this. So we're going to go until the Scandrick touchdown that made it 31-6. So this is the opening drive of the game. And as I talked about, Eagles defense coming in had been struggling against opposing offenses covering that opening drive, yielding 24 points in their first 4 games on an opposing team's opening drive. Now, the Jets offense ranked dead last coming in, 32nd on third down. The Eagles' third down defense this year was only 21st heading in, so that mark improved after this game. But Jets were behind the chains all night. As long as you were able to put Le'Veon Bell behind the chains after first and second down, the Eagles were going to walk away with a victory. And you're going to see the first 2 plays right here. It was all about Brandon Graham yesterday. Brandon Graham had a huge game, not only the 3 sacks, but we're going to see him right here. Stands up strong in the running game. It's 2nd and 9. And we're going to see BG again just powering through. No gain for Le'Veon Bell. 3rd and 9. We see BG from an inside position. So we've seen this before. So we have injuries to Malik Jackson. We have injuries to Timmy Jernigan. So get a little bit more pass rush inside. Brandon Graham slides inside. And this is no match for the right guard. Boom. I believe that's Brian Winters. I believe that's who the right guard of the Jets is. All right, so we're going to see the Eagles here, and they're going to score on this opening drive. And this is Jordan Howard. And Jordan Howard announced today by Doug Peterson. By the way, I also apologize to Jordan Howard in person on Instagram. True story. This actually happened. We talk on Instagram. Sort of. Whatever. Okay, Jordan Howard, 3rd and 1. He gets this first down, but look at the blocking here. Look at the hole that's opened up. Looks like Brandon Brooks right there with the seal. I'm not sure if it was at a double team with Kelsey. Brandon Brooks was unbelievable in this game, and he's been unbelievable all year. And the fact that he's come back from that Achilles injury so quickly to come back and dominate again, I mean, it's unreal what he's been able to do. So here's the run. Here we go. There's the seal. Big chunks for Jordan Howard. And once he gets that head of steam moving forward. He gets those extra 2 to 3 yards at the end of every run. So here's a 3rd and 5. Eagles converting third downs. They are number 1 in the NFL converting third downs. King of third down, Carson Wentz. But this time he hands off to Jordan Howard. He's in off the right side. Eagles are up 7-0. So there you are. All right, so this play, this is the Nathan Jerry pick 6. And let's take a look at this play. So I want to show you where Jerry comes from on this play. And just look at him range over, read Luke Falk's eyes on this bootleg. So you can see right there, he starts right over here. Gets through, undercuts the pass into the flat. And that is an easy pick 6 for Nathan Jerry. So Adam Gase, just nothing he can do with Luke Falk in this offense. Nothing. Way too conservative all night as well. So this is Orlando Scandrick coming on a slot blitz. And this right tackle, just no match. I believe that's Adoba, their right tackle. And that was something that Jim Schwartz did in this game. And he's been bringing pressure over recent weeks. And slot blitz, Orlando Scandrick. We're going to see him later on in the game benefiting from a blitz and getting after the quarterback. All right. So this is when it starts to get ugly for the Eagles, I believe. This is their – never mind. It's the next drive after this where the 3-and-outs start. So they had a stretch where they had 3 straight 3-and-outs, but this wasn't it. This is a completion to Miles Sanders, taking care of a mismatch. I mean, that's not fair. Miles Sanders down the right sideline, runs the wheel route, but 4th and 5. 4th and 5. Pocket kind of collapses, and Hewitt was the guy who had an unbelievable game. But this was something that the Jets were doing a lot of crossfire action, and we see some the TE games, and I believe this is one where the defensive tackles actually crossed each other. There you go. So we had a stunt with the defensive tackles, and then Hewitt loops around in the opening, and that gets to Carson Wentz's arm and forces the incompletion on 4th down. So this was one of the longest gains of the night, or of the game, I should say, not of the night. This game was played in the afternoon. Felt like nighttime, though, because I was drinking all day. But this, this was basically what the Jets were doing, getting rid of the ball into the flats. I believe Le'Veon Bell had 7 of Luke Falk's 15 completions. He was responsible for 7 of them. So a lot of passes out to the flats, a lot of this, just really conservative, getting the screen game going. Now, the Jets got good blocking on this play, as you can see. It was Ryan Griffin with a block, and they pick up 14 yards here. 3rd and 4 for Luke Falk. And this is a nice play by Rasul Douglas. Rasul Douglas is getting better and better each and every game. Reads the eyes. I guess this is an out route. Can't really tell without the all-22. It's an out route, so wide stem. Able to undercut it and almost get the pick is Rasul Douglas along the left sideline. So 3rd and 13. All right, so the reason why I'm showing this play, this is a play where Carson Wentz just kind of took the check down to Zach Ertz, took the 5 to 6 easy yards, and Eagles wound up punting the football. And, I know there were people who were unhappy with the Eagles not scoring offensively. And you know what? I wish they would have scored a little bit more offensively. I wish they would have looked a little bit more crisp. But the Jets were never going to get back in this game as long as the Philadelphia Eagles didn't make mistakes. As long as Carson Wentz didn't fumble or didn't throw any interceptions, as long as mistakes weren't made to allow the Jets back in the game, because the Jets defense is pretty good and they can make some plays. So the reason why I'm showing this play is I think it was part of the reasoning here for not exactly taking the shots past the sticks, because you're up 14-0. You have a great defense going against the Jets offense, which is ranked dead last in the league. You have Luke Falk as the quarterback. They were never going to score 14 points in this game, and that's why I thought the Eagles' offense got really, really conservative. Not that it was acceptable, not that it was a poor performance that I, would like to see. I would have liked to see better, but I believe that's the reasoning why it was so conservative, because they got up so early. And getting up early was exactly what we wanted to see. We didn't want to see the Eagles get far behind 10-0. Anyway, I keep rewinding this play as I finally get to talk about it. So here's Kamu Grugier-Hill. He's been such a revelation since coming to Philadelphia. I think he's been a really underrated player here. And it's nice to get him back in the fold and making plays in run defense. That's what he does. Oh, this play. Oh, my God. Oh, I just want to thank the Lord for this, because I didn't see this when I was live in the stadium. I didn't see his leg bent backward like this. But watching the replay and watching this, oh, that put my heart down my throat, man. My heart was in my throat. Oh, thank goodness. But you can see the Jets able to kind of push the pocket backwards here. And, there's a lot of beef on that Jets interior front. And as you can see, Carson goes down. 3rd and 16. This is the deep shot to Aguilar that he just missed. And I know the fans in the stadium were complaining for a call, and they wanted the pass interference call. But you know what? I said this last week in the video, and I would prefer them to not overturn a lot of unless it's so clear and obvious, like it was last year in the NFC Championship game. But something like that, I mean, you're going to see contact on nearly every play. And if you start overturning pass interference calls, all of a sudden we're going to see a lot more overturns if they start doing that, because that's something that coaches can potentially take advantage of. The game is going so fast. Of course, you're sometimes going to get there a smidgen early. So I hate that new rule. I really do. Don't like it. All right, so we're here. It's a 3rd and 6. Where are we at here? Midway through the second quarter. And this, what do we got here? Let's see what we got here. I'm a little bit lost in my notes at the moment. 3rd and 6. Okay, here's Brandon Graham's second sack. And this is an example here of Luke Falk not being able to escape the pressure. But a guy like Aaron Rodgers may have been able to escape this. Maybe not. Brandon Graham was right behind him. But there you go. So there's another sack for the Eagles. 1 of 10 on the day. Franchise record was 11, set in 1991 against Dallas. So here we go. Here's why I want to show this play. What I write in my notes here. Why did I want to show that play? Why did I want to show that play? Oh, this was the chop block on Darren Sproles. So this was part of the sequence where the Eagles went 3 straight 3-and-outs. And you're going to see that here's the chop block on Sproles. And that got him behind the chains to 2nd and 25, and they weren't able to recover. So the Eagles gained minus 23 yards on these 3 drives where they went 3-and-out. But they held a 14-0 lead. And, this is basically what the Jets were doing here. This is essentially the biggest shot that I saw Luke Falk complete. The longest pass that I saw Luke Falk complete was this one. So a little play action, comeback route by Robbie Anderson, and they gained 16 yards. Okay, so what we're going to see here is a Josh Sweat sack. But look at the little game the Eagles work here. So Keem Spence going to drop back into coverage. Josh Sweat going to loop around into this open vacancy. And we got a sack for the Birds. 1 of 10. Again, 10 sacks for the Eagles after coming into the game. Only 3 on the year. So 2nd and 10. And here's Rasul Douglas again. Another pass breakup. Rasul Douglas doing his thing. Coverage on Robbie Anderson. 3rd and 10. Now for the Jets. And this ball gets away from Luke Falk, tipped up into the air by Demaryius Thomas, into the waiting arms of Rodney McLeod. He's going to return it the other way, inside midfield for the Birds, and they're going to punch it in here. It's 14-0. They're going to get another touchdown here before the half. Carson Wentz hits his favorite target, Zach Ertz, and there's the 21-0 margin heading into the locker room. And what a play this was. Oh, what a throw, what a play, what a game of duck, duck, goose. That Carson Wentz likes to play, and then he hits his favorite target again. Come on, baby, make it hurt so good. That's right. 3rd and 1. What do we got here? Oh, good play by Jamal Adams. Good play by Jamal Adams. Jamal Adams had himself a heck of a ball game. He was all over the place, as was Hewitt, the other Jets defender who was just unbelievable. But Jamal Adams, great play here on Dallas Goedert. You can see get physical with him in coverage, and little glove technique for the pass breakup. What a play. 4th and 1. Eagles finally don't convert a sneak. Or did they? Technically, I thought he did. I thought it was a first down, but, ruled short, and it's Jets possession. But, as you can see here, it's Brandon Graham lining up from an inside position. And here's Luke Falk just kind of holding on to the ball too long, as this was one of the things that I noticed. He's standing in there in the pocket like a statue. And if you stand in there like a statue, that's going to allow somebody like Brandon Graham to get in there and record a sack. All right, so this is where Brandon Brooks starts to dominate. Look at this. Look at Brandon Brooks push his defender back. Look at this. And I believe this is a combo block. I believe he started on a double team as well. So double with Kelsey, a little double team, and then look at it, push it back. Push it back. Push him back. I think we're going to see him again, aren't we? Oh, yeah. Brandon Brooks. Brandon Brooks, the big man, getting the push. Sets up Jake Elliott, 24-0 now, Eagles. As this one just getting uglier for Luke Falk. Nowhere to go. That's another sack. But unfortunately, here's one of the boo-boos from the Eagles. So I'm assuming that Corey Clement thought that the ball bounced off of his teammate there. And here are the only Jets points of the game. So motion to get into the pistol formation. We got an end around, and we got a touchdown. Easy touchdown with Le'Veon Bell blocking in front. But that's it. That's it from the Jets. That's all they're going to muster. So they're here. They're at the 39-yard line. But here's Hassan Ridgeway. He gets in on the fun. He gets the sack. And then this is your game stealer. Orlando Scandrick off the edge. Luke Falk just holding on to the ball for an eternity. Doesn't get rid of it. So Orlando Scandrick's like, okay, I'm just going to take it away from you. And that's exactly what he did. Returns it all the way back for a touchdown. Eagles put the finishing touches on it, 31-6. They get a couple more sacks in the fourth quarter to put that total up to 10. So, like I was saying, franchise record 11 sacks. Eagles recorded 10 on Sunday as everybody got in on the fun. And, I thought in a lot of ways the pressure looked like this against Green Bay, but Aaron Rodgers was doing such a remarkable job of escaping the pocket that was the only reason why the Eagles only recorded one sack at the end of the game. But in this one, Luke Falk holding it a little bit too long. Obviously, lots of deep penetration from the Eagles' defensive line. And the Eagles get this victory, 31-6. So we'll see if this is going to be my shortest notebook of the season. We'll see how the Eagles and Dolphins game looks like. But this one, I'm out of here. So we're out. I'm out. Adrian Fedq. Deuces.